Hi everyone, my name is Dominic Caruso, and I'm going to be doing animated movie reviews on YouTube. I love animation as well as Jim Henson, so you'll probably see some Muppet reviews too. Tonight I'm going to review the late Isato Takahata's Grave of the Fireflies. I really appreciated how deep the themes are for this movie. Seeing all Sita and Setsuko go through, it's just hard to watch, but gripping too. The idea of how their home is torn apart by war, all these people dying, the thought of losing a mother at such a young age and having to tell your younger sister, and then not being able to tell her and finding out she knew the whole time, being with a relative that doesn't really care about you when you have nowhere else to go, dying young. These are all themes that are present in the movie and makes it a very mature animated film. Animation is a medium. You're going to be hearing that a lot here. It's not a genre, and there's been animated films of pretty much every genre there is. The animation for this film was fantastic. I love how the backgrounds really matched with the emotions. Early on in the film, when the mother has died, we have gray, plain backgrounds, and scenes where the siblings are playing together on the beach. The beaches are so beautiful. And those scenes, besides being well animated, I find to be some of the highlights of the movie. After all we see these two characters go throughout the movie, it's nice to see them being able to enjoy each other's company and just be together. They clearly love each other so much, are willing to do anything for each other. Everybody knows what happens to them in this movie. In fact, it's pretty much done in the opening. He even says he dies. But even the opening just showcases their relationship without any words, their spirits reconnecting. Characters in animated movies almost always have a happily ever after, especially kind ones that are so loyal and devoted. Sato would never get the same happiness, say, Cinderella would, or Snow White, even though he deserves it for how kind and loyal he is, but that isn't how the world works. Happiness isn't just given to even those who deserve it. But at the same time, that's what makes the film so great. It's honest. It shows that not everybody gets a happy ending, but in a way it's bittersweet seeing them together again in the afterlife. So, yes, this is one of the saddest movies of all time. Definitely the saddest animated one I have ever seen. I liked all the themes of this movie. The idea of how war tears apart lives. I know it was said this wasn't really supposed to be an anti-war movie, but it was quite easy to pick up why people would believe that and where that impression would come from. And it's hard to really see the movie as pro-war. I don't think it really is either, but bottom line, if you're watching the movie, you're probably going to detest war even more than you already do and have stronger feelings. The movie knows when to use the right animation and music. Usually it's used for the more gentle scenes when Saito is looking for food and supplies when they're playing on the beach. Now, these scenes often lead into less happy ones, very depressing ones, but at the same time, I feel that's very symbolic of life. One moment everything's fine, and then the next you see or hear something, and then everything changes. I think the tone of the movie and its animation being rather plain works well. There's one really good fantasy sequence of Sato thinking of his father in the war and him being a war hero. There's fireworks. It's beautiful to look at. And it contrasts so well with the brutal truths of the rest of the movie. And that, I think, is one of the many things that makes this a masterpiece. Now, some things you should know. This is not a family movie in the slightest. It's not a fun movie in the slightest. It's a very emotional, tear-jerking, and powerful movie. You will pick up on plenty of messages about life and struggles. You will love these characters and hate to see them go through all of this. You want to hope that there's a way, even though you know there obviously isn't because of the beginning of the film. Overall, this is a very solid and fantastic animated film that I did enjoy. When I watch it again, it's really kind of depressing, and I don't know if I would, but at the same time, it was well done. So, I hope you enjoyed this first review. I know it wasn't that great. Hopefully I'll get better. The camera's not going to get much better, honestly. So, a couple of things. One, please, feel free to put in recommendations for animated films for me to review in the comment section, and answer the question, what's the saddest or most depressing animated movie you've seen? Thank you again for watching. Please like this video, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you all later.